If you came for a breach recap, a record count, a crew to name, a patch to install, this isn't that episode. But if you're the practitioner quietly wondering who's going to understand your environment when the data hits the fan 5 years from now, stay right here. 3 stories this week all point at the same uncomfortable answer. I'm Demetrius, and this is Data Protection Gumbo. Now, The Economist ran a piece this week titled, "Do You Really Want That Computer Science Degree?" And the numbers are wild. Now, a college in Rexburg, Idaho, BYU, Idaho, handed out more than 2,000 computer science degrees in 2024. Now, that ranked it 16th in the country, ahead of Carnegie Mellon, MIT, and Stanford. Now, this is a school that accepts 96% of applicants and teaches more than half its students online. Now, 2 years earlier, it gave out 639. That's not growth, that's a flood, and it is everywhere. Computer science is now America's fourth most popular major, growing 6.5 times faster than the average field. Fastest at the most permissive, most online schools, some offering master's degrees you finish in 6 months. And meanwhile, a Berkeley study of 95,000 undergrads found 62% of CS students use generative AI regularly, the heaviest users on campus, and 1 in 10 admitted to cheating with it. Now, here's what most coverage misses. And it's the part that matters to you. Now, this is a story about your hiring pipeline. The next juniors coming into data protection may have been trained by AI and credentialed through AI, walking into a field where, per that same article, AI is already shrinking entry-level engineering jobs. Now, the credential is inflating just as the underlying skill deflates. So the practitioner question for story number 1 is, when you hire your next junior, do you know what they can do unaided, and who's on track to deeply understand your recovery environment a half decade from now? Now, story number 2, the code that nobody wrote. Now, SNCC published a piece on the agentic development lifecycle. Short version, AI agents are no longer just coding. They're planning it, writing it, modifying files, adding dependencies, and shipping it with minimal humans in the loop. And our security model assumed a human made those decisions. Pull request reviews, CI/CD gates, post-commit scanning, all of it sits downstream. Now, checking the artifact after a person chose to build it. SNCC's argument is that the risk now enters before the code reaches your repo. Their research found 76 malicious skills out of just under 4,000 analyzed, and roughly a third of public MCP servers had exploitable flaws. And the line that should stop every data protection person cold: an agent that ignored a freeze instruction and deleted a production database. The old question was, is this code secure? The new one is, can we trust the system that created it? So the practitioner question for story number 2, your controls assume a human made the call. What in your pipeline actually governs an agent's behavior in real time, before its code and its actions ever touch your data? Now, story 3, the industry's big bet. Now, look at what the defense side is doing. So Palo Alto Networks just reported its quarter, the first full consolidation of CyberArk, the identity security firm they bought for $25 billion, the largest deal in the history of the industry. $3 billion in revenue, up 31%, and CEO Nikesh Arora declared, quote, "The SaaS apocalypse is dead, at least in cybersecurity." His point, AI isn't killing the big vendors, it's driving customers toward them. Over 1,000 organizations came asking for AI threat assessments. And the strategic read is correct. Identity is the right center of gravity, and consolidation is genuinely happening. But here's the reframe. A platform gives you tooling. It cannot give you judgment. When you collapse your stack onto one platform, you also collapse your blast radius. You may be tempted to outsource your thinking to the same vendor that you outsource your tooling to. Now, here's the thread. AI is doing three things to our field at once. It's diluting the humans coming in, degrees up, skills down. It's automating the code itself, and agents are shipping faster than anyone reviews. And it's also concentrating the defense. Fewer, bigger platforms holding more of the trust. And right in the middle sits the one thing none of them hand you: seasoned human judgment about your data and your recovery. Now, in a crisis, the 6-month degree hire may not have the depth. The agent won't take responsibility. The platform won't make the call. You will. That's not a threat to practitioners. That's the whole point of being one. So here are your 3 Monday morning actions for you. 1. Inventory where AI agents already touch your code and your pipeline, and what skills, servers, and dependencies they can pull unvetted. Govern the process, not just the artifact. 2. Define what competent, unaided means for your team and build a bench who can reason about your recovery environment with the AI turned off. Because in a real incident, your co-pilot may be down or maybe even compromised. 3. Map your consolidation blast radius. Now, if your stack is collapsing onto one platform, write down what breaks and who decides on the day that platform is the breach. Not the vendor's pager, yours. One quick thing before you go. These questions don't end when the episode does. So, don't sit with them alone. Join the Data Protection Gumbo community, where practitioners pressure test this stuff together all week, and grab Gumbo Briefs, our new Friday newsletter. The same practitioner edge in your inbox every week. Both links are in the show notes. And that's your Data Protection Gumbo for June 4th, 2026. If this answered your practitioner question for you, share it with the person on your team who needs it the most. I'll see you next week.